Alright, well, Jack is settling in, everybody. Welcome back to Dark Souls Soul Level 1 run. Last time we killed the Iron Golem, and this pretty ring of light appeared. So now we're going to, do the thing that we always do in games. We're going to touch it.
Do the thing.
We had to watch a girl come out of a TV first before it appeared.
Touch.
So this is actually going to be the one cutscene I don't cut. Jack and I are talking about it, and we think the vista is just too pretty to cut out, so we're just going to let this one play.
Yeah, so Donald, prepare your eyes.
For demon butt?
For bat demons. Yeah, they're just pretty.
This is before Uber.
Way before Uber.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is like the prettiest landscape in the entire game.
Though, honestly, it's not the weirdest way to travel in this game. That'll come later.
You just get this beautiful city.
Now, I will say, on a high-end PC, it will look much better than it does here on the Switch, but even on the Switch, it still looks gorgeous. Unfortunately, all that prettiness belies the fact that this area is just a gigantic pain in the rear.
Mission start.
Our first objective, go hit a bonfire.
Find one of those You Are Here maps that you see in the malls all the time.
Yeah.
Go hit a bonfire.
That would be helpful, actually.
We are not going to fight the Sentinels, because they're big and mean and take up way too many resources.
They
and
do
I
not
don't
like mutants.
And I basically am a mutant at this point.
That's
There's
why you
one.
should find them.
His shield's bigger than I am.
He looks nice.
Yeah, until you wake him up. And he
That's why
tries to
you're just gonna
smash you with his shield.
Quickly just wander past him.
Yep, just gonna ignore that. Thanks.
So, what is kind of the history of Anor Londo?
So Anor Londo was Lord Gwyn's seat of power before the fire started to fade. And he basically sacrificed himself to rekindle the fire.
Oh, there's a cool looking dude.
This is actually a firekeeper. We're going to do the murder hobo thing to her later, but only because she's trying to kill us.
At what point?
One of the justified homicides you'll have.
Hey, look, it's not my fault that she follows the wrong person.
Is it homicide if it's justified?
It's still killing somebody, Jack.
But I mean, I don't know. Somebody fact check that. I don't
At
know.
the very least, it's manslaughter.
Watch some Law and Order, man.
Dun dun.
I don't know. That seems very backwards to me. That they would.
What would you call it?
I don't know.
So-
Self-defense.
Remember those bosses we fought 2 videos?
Oh
Hey,
yeah, the
there's one.
gargoyles.
Only he doesn't burp fire now, he burps lightning.
So
I would call
again,
him Goliath.
as this game.
There, tail!
Oh shoot! As this game continues to get harder, this guy used to be a boss. Now he's just
An enemy.
an enemy.
And the
used
weapon
to
you
know.
get from cutting off their tail is the Gargoyle Tail Axe. It's probably my favorite one-handed axe in the game. It has such a good range, and actually, if you fully upgrade it, its attack rating, its AR, is really good. But the fun part is if when you do a heavier attack with it, because it's a spine, it's not solid, it kind of like wiggles back and forth like it's made of rubber, and it's just hilarious to watch.
So what are these guys?
These are the painted guardians.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So explain the painted world real quick for anyone.
So down there, hold on. There's a giant painting right there. And that giant painting basically thinks that this is Mario 64. And if you have a certain item, you can go into the painting and enter the painted world of Ariamis. These guys are here to make sure that doesn't happen.
And the painted world of Ariamis is an entirely optional portion of the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's where you find crossbreed Priscilla, who is half dragon. She was considered an abomination, so she was locked into the painted world of Ariamis.
That's tight.
If you cut off her tail, you can get the Priscilla's dagger, and then if you can also use her soul to make the stop throwing daggers and come at me, bro. To make the life hunt scythe, which you can either make from a scythe or a whip. I don't know why you can make it from a whip, but you can. It's one of the best bleed weapons in the game. The downside is every time you swing it, you also incur bleed infliction. So you want a lot of bleed resist gear if you're going to go that route.
Oh wow, he just. Okay, so this is what you were talking about. This is
the rafters, one of the 3 big hurdles of Anor Londo. This is the first one. The next one is going to be the buttresses. Bye. But yeah, if I fall from these rafters, I die. There's no surviving. It doesn't matter how much health you have. Doesn't matter what you're wearing. If you fall, you die. Now, that being said, I meant to demonstrate it here, but it's too late now. There is a video that someone used on YouTube. If you come in here with a longbow and feather arrows, which I have, but I can't wield the longbow because I don't have the stats, you can actually go through that entire area using 3 arrows, and you don't have to fight any of those guys because you just manipulate their AI. 2 of them walk off on their own, and 1 of them you headshot and he falls.
Nice.
It's not hard to find.
So the reason we had to walk across that area was because there was no other way to get here.
Yes.
Okay. And now, explain what that
that
did.
rotated down. That actually takes us back to the bonfire we came from initially. Here's another one of these guys. Stay on the ground where I can attack you. Stay on the ground where I can. Ow!
Oh, he didn't like that.
No, he did not. I mean, would you like someone setting you on fire?
Well, at least he didn't. He could have really like pushed you there.
Ow!
Oh my gosh.
That halberd of his hurts. Oh, oh, oh! That was almost really bad. Fall damage is a thing in this game.
Yep, and again, I think this just shows there's a big difficulty spike once you reach Anor Londo.
You use your tail too. Get back up here. Come on. Come on.
Could you do the dive bomb attack there?
It wouldn't do enough damage.
Okay.
It's so weak at this point. Now, this actually rotates up and down 2 levels, and if you're trying to figure out which way to go, if you move the lever in the same direction the stairs are going, it moves that direction. So I'm going down the stairs, so this is going to rotate downwards. Ah!
Oh, what happened there?
The physics engine had a hiccup.
So, popping humanity here. Is there a bonfire coming up?
Right in front of me.
Oh, I couldn't even see it. Yeah, there
Yep.
it is.
A lot of people will take that shortcut and go back to the first bonfire where the firekeeper was. I find that's just so much of a hassle. I prefer using this one. I also want to sit this one here so I can warp to it later after I unlock fast travel, because there's an optional boss down here I want to beat. That will take place after my frustration level reaches an all-time high and my blood pressure goes through the roof.
Yes, so...
But that's next video. Have fun with that.
With us being in Anor Londo, and we've mentioned this a few times, but Ornstein and Smaug.
The Snorlax and Pikachu fight.
Yes. Which again, is just a very difficult boss fight.
So we're getting ready to come up to the next big hurdle of Anor Londo, the buttresses. I have to do a whole bunch of walking along the exterior of the buildings while being chased by bat demons and having arrows the size of harpoons shot at me.
You said buttresses.
I did say buttresses. Buttresses, buttresses, buttresses.
Yeah, so those things up there in the corner.
Yep. There's also more sentinels up here, but they're slow, and I'm gonna just ignore them. Well, ignore in the sense that I'm not going to engage with them. Run. Roll.
Oh. When the game world shakes because of the force behind someone's attack, that's bad. Alright, well, you're already doing better than I am.
This is actually pretty good even for me. I usually get hit by at least one of the bat demons by now. There it is.
There it is. Up.
No!
Oh!
Run.
Should you drink something?
Not safe to drink right now. They can also throw their spears, and as long as they have a straight line shot, they will nail me.
Running.
Yeah, that's how big those arrows are. Just get a quick look there. Those are arrows used for slaying dragons, and they're shooting them at me.
This reminds me in college.
Well, you are the Burninator.
Ow!
Okay. This reminds me when we used to run the gauntlet in college. Oh, good dodge.
Oh, good. You're coming at me. That's what I want. No!
Oh, you guys, you DBZ'd it. You took each other out.
If I'd have known he was going to fall, I just would have kept guarding. So
Dang.
his AI is really weird. Most Silver Knights, when they're using their arrow like that, when you get close enough, they'll switch to their sword and shield. But sometimes he glitches out. He'll switch to the sword and shield and then go back to the bow and arrow. And then you have to be on top of him to get him to switch again. And trying to make that happen is, it's a thing. It's just a thing. By the way, what was that, 3 or 4?
That was 4.
Ding.
Is it really only 4?
Yes.
Wow.
He's died pretty much once per video.
Oh.
That's going to change next video. That's going to change a lot. That's going to bring my average down so hard.
Swack as I hit you upside the head.
I'm excited for you to see this boss fight because
It's a thing.
it is something else.
It's a thing. Like, fighting 2 bosses at once, i.e. the gargoyles, is hard enough. But then when they're also very large and super aggressive, and their attacks, the hitboxes on their attacks are stupid big, and they do so much damage. I can't survive 2 hits, period, from any of their attacks. I don't have the health for it. If I could level up one thing with this character, it would be health. More than anything else. I would like.
Here we go.
I would like to have more hit points, please.
Gauntlet round 2. So when I said run the gauntlet, I mean like we used to run up and down the hallway and everyone would stand in their doorway with like a pillowcase full of something hard. Like, I don't know.
So.
Yeah, just anything that you could shove into a pillowcase. We just whack each other as we run up and down the hall.
That one little person roommate. You can fit them in a pillowcase.
Yeah. Hop in.
See, just like that.
Yep.
So I had to get all the way up that buttress and get off to the side so that way I wouldn't make sure that happened. That's why I didn't stop and drink that last time. Now you have to keep running here because if you go slow enough, those arrows actually will hit you.
Dang, they got you again with the spear.
Yeah, I'm not too worried because as soon as if I can get past the Silver Knight, there's a bonfire right around the corner with no enemies between me and it.
You got this.
I rolled! I pushed my roll button!
Oh no. 60,000 souls.
Well, here's the thing. Anor Londo is where I have my first true death, which is where a death that happens where I don't get my souls back. I knew going into that I wasn't going to get those souls. I was going to lose those souls eventually.
Yeah.
That's why I've been stockpiling on my souls candy so I can get all that back when I need it.
That's rough.
It is.
And again, in a normal run, 60,000 souls at this point in the game is a pretty good amount of souls.
It might be like A level though.
So when you lose something like that, it makes you go, you know what I'm gonna do is not play Dark Souls anymore.
It can be very disconcerting for a new player to the game, yes. You just have to accept the fact that you're going to die, you're going to lose progress, you're going to lose your souls. It's going to happen.
Wasn't one of the editions for Dark Souls called the Lose Your Soul edition?
No, so you're thinking... So Dark Souls 1, they released DLC for it, and then they prepackaged the two of them together, the DLC and the game, and that was the Prepare to Die edition.
Oh, okay. That's what I was thinking.
Yep. I know, because that was actually what I got first before they released Dark Souls Remastered, which also has the DLC prepackaged into it, along with some minor fixes and an FPS a better FPS. Because the original capped out at 30 unless you modded it. Which for those people who are all about that fidelity and they want that 60 FPS, they're just like, when they look at it. So, me, I don't care. I'm used to 30 FPS games. I'm used to 60 FPS games. I can do either way. I'm not that guy.
Nice.
Don't throw. Don't throw. Don't throw. Don't throw.
Nice. Good serpentine. Good serpentine.
Now, if you notice, because I have the Grass Crest Shield from watching my stamina bar these last two videos, when I do runs like this, my stamina bar fills up so much faster than it used to.
Oh yeah, that's a big.
There's
benefit
another
right
item that also gives you stamina regeneration. I won't be getting. It's called the Mask of the Child. You get it. You can either get it as a drop from the boss pinwheel, or you can buy it from patches if you choose to forgive him. I'm not going to forgive him.
Good dodge. Oh, wow, that took all your stamina.
Yeah, their shield bash sucks. Get out!
Yes!
That's tough, man. I could never do that.
So Solera can be summoned for numerous fights throughout the game. The first fight is the Gargoyle fight. The second one is the Gaping Dragon, which is the boss of the depths that we completely skipped. And then after the depths, this would actually normally be the next time you see him if he's here. No, sometimes he's here sitting at the bonfire. Sometimes he's not. I don't know what triggers it. I've never been able to figure it out. I'm sure someone out there is going to be like, this is how you do it, dummy, down in the comments. Knock yourself out. I don't care if you call me dummy.
So you're reversing your hollowing here.
Simply so I can kindle the bonfire.
Ah, okay.
I want those 10 Estus. You can also summon him for the upcoming boss fight, but you have to completely clear the room before the boss fight to do that. And it has 2 powered-up sentinels, plus a Silver Knight with a bow.
So that kind of isn't an option.
Not with the limited resources I have now.
Okay.
See, now that I'm teetering on an edge, I have no problem fighting this guy normally.
Hmm. And you can see how easy that was.
But when I always get nervous when it's like, I have nowhere to go if I need to. Hidden wall.
Oh, check that out. I never knew that.
And actually, that is the previous room, so you can actually look in here and be like, okay, how do I get there? So, I did not mean to make that fall. The game does hint at this being here. Hi.
Mimic.
Hello. Hi.
And what does he have?
He has the Occult Club, which I don't want. I want to take it back and make it into a Divine Club again later for when I go down into the catacombs. Because there are skeleton enemies down there that don't die unless you hit them with the holy weapon. I mean, they'll fall apart, but then they just come back to life with full health.
Now, Havel, didn't we use Havel's ring?
We are wearing Havel's ring. That was all of his gear, including the Dragon Tooth. And his shield, which is the heaviest shield in the game.
Now, which one was Havel?
He was the big, heavy, armored guy that was in the bottom of the watchtower.
Okay, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
His is the heaviest, I don't know if it's the heaviest, but it's definitely among the heaviest armor in the game. But the amount of poise you get from it, if you pull on all of Havel's gear, it's like 120 poise. And like 40 to 60 is the break point for most people. They're like, okay, that's enough. So it's overkill.
Now how did his stuff end up here?
That I couldn't die.
Might just be one of those. There might not be a reason for it, but I was wondering if there was any lore reason or anything like that. Now,
And I just
Where
get
are the
all of the
footsteps?
interior.
okay.
It's normally a bit of a labyrinth, and there's a bunch of Silver Knights that you normally have to go through. I decided to not do that.
So that just does that take you right to?
Oh no! I done goofed!
Oh no! What happened?
I have the wrong spells for what I'm about to do!
Oh, you just changed the spells up.
Yeah, I just gotta make that jump again.
Ah, you made it look easy enough the first time.
It's because I've done it a million times.
Now, what bonfire are we going to reset to after Ornstein and Smog?
You mean before or after? What are you talking about here?
So if you die,
That's the one that's at the bottom of this twisty tower. It was
very
the
twisty.
Dark Moon Tomb.
oh,
basically.
okay, yep.
Yeah. Again, forgot to switch my spells up. Oh my gosh, loser.
Hey, you're not a loser. Nobody here's a loser. Meanwhile, the comments are like, "Wow, look at these losers."
See, I have to be careful going up here because that Silver Knight respawns and he aggro's super easy. Like he's after my butt right now already.
Give me that butt!
Who's that?
No! The Silver Knight I killed earlier.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't run. See, I only have a couple chances at this before he shows up and is just like, "Hi, I'm here to wreck your day," and I'm like, "Okay."
Oh.
He almost wrecked your day.
So the item I currently have in my use slot is the Black Eye Orb. I got that from where Anastasia's corpse was, who was my Firekeeper.
Okay.
Travel to the world of the Firekeeper's killer, which is what I'm doing now. It is time to kill Idiot Stick.
Yes!
You're invading.
I'm invading an NPC.
Ah.
The thing is, he has help. Which is,
But-
totally fair.
But you're you.
I am me. And I have the Great Chaos Fireball. I'm going to roast him like a marshmallow.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Mhm.
Which is good, because you need Idiot Stick to roast marshmallows.
He does have help. Look at that.
Yeah, he has a Sealer, which is the one on the left. She casts spells. And he has a Knight with a spear and a decent shield. The big problem with his is the weapon he wields is called a Shodel, which if he does the heavy attack, will bypass shields. Just completely bypass shields. I need him to be at the front of the pack for this to work. This may be a bit of running around before I get the order that I want.
Run in. Oh, wow. So, yeah, they're coming at you. Bam! Oh, you're going for it.
So I don't have to kill all of them. I just have to kill Lautrec.
Oh, man, that dodge.
Peekaboo.
Returning with the souvenir of reprisal.
Mm-hmm. If you become a Dark Moon Blade, which is another covenant, you basically go around hunting for sinners. I mentioned earlier, and that's what the item you get for killing them is a souvenir of reprisal. You turn those into Gwendolyn to increase your rank in that covenant. We are going to take off Havel's ring and put on the ring of favor and protection. Also, and I did not name it this. This is the community name for it, also called the FAP ring.
Okay. For what reason?
The favor and protection.
Ah, see, because a lot of them.
Yep.
You know, that word means other.
A lot of things. Yeah.
Yep.
So the reason I chose that I switched out is the ring of favor and protection gives me more stamina, more health, increases my equipment load, not as much as Havel's ring does. And also gives me more stamina regeneration. So it kind of is like an overall buff all your stats ring.
Okay.
The downside to it is in this game you only have 2 ring slots, and if you ever take it off, it breaks, and you can't recover it. Ever.
So you are stuck wearing this ring forever.
I could choose to take it off at a later time if I wanted to, but I'm not going to.
Okay. Well, that little bit of health, you know, I'm sure will come in handy at some point.
Mm-hmm. You can actually probably... Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong side. I want to go down.
I feel like your green glow is getting stronger. Is that just me?
I think it is just you.
The power of the Kermit is with him.
Yeah. I mean, he looks like he's glowing green.
So, and if you look... So, all of your buffs are underneath your stamina bar there. The blue arrow with the scroll by it is showing that I have increased spell damage. The green arrows are indicating I have increased health regeneration. And that big yellow arrow is just basically all the buffs that the ring of favor and protection gives me.
AKA the FAP ring.
So what's it like being green?
It's not easy.
I don't want to talk about it.
And that's what we're actually going to cut here because it's a little short on this video, but the next one's going to be a lot of death and dying and death. So we're going to call it here and catch y'all in the next one where the most frustrating boss I fight comes up.
Yay!
Have a good one.
Don't sound too excited.
Oh,
Bye.
I'm thrilled. Just thrilled.